You know what they say, fashion is what you buy. Style is how you use it. I just got a call that from the blues that my name is so and so. There's a skirt I saw on someone. They said you made it. Oh wow, would you want to be on the runway and the competition?
And you have just started.
I've just started the same year I started. The same, like how many months? He said, would you be interested to be a part of the competition for Fashion and Style Digest coming up? I said, oh wow, really?
You ran with the opportunity to be known.
I said, oh really? How? When? He said, calm down, calm down. I said, okay, I'm calm. He said it will be in 2 months' time. No, in 5 weeks' time. I said, yes, why not?
Welcome to Omon Scout, an entrepreneurship and career talk show where we'll help young entrepreneurs and professionals reach their full potential. My name is Omon, your darling host, and I'll be bringing to you amazing guests who have seen it all to educate and inspire you with their beautiful stories. Let's go! Our guest today is an award-winning fashion designer and serial entrepreneur who pursued her passion for fashion and interior design at an early stage in her life. A graduate of foreign languages and literature from the University of Port Harcourt, she speaks English, French, and German. She also holds an MBA in Human Resources from the Lagos State University. She worked in the airline and banking industry before founding Truly Essential Couture in 2009, targeting women who seek distinctive style. After winning some industry awards and acquiring further education at the London School of Fashion, she rebranded as Constance Walter Couture and has been achieving great strides since then. She also runs 2 interior design companies, Essential Home Options and 76 Luxury Living, drawing inspiration from the relationship between fashion and interior design. She's none other than Mrs. Chioma Constance Walter. Let's welcome her to Omon Scout. Hi, Chioma. Welcome. Good to have you on Omon Scout.
And I'm glad to be here today.
You look fabulous as
Thank
always.
You.
Our fashion queen. Chioma, we're so happy to have you on the couch. And you are one of my favorite designers. I've been using your design for over a decade now, and it's so fabulous. Look at what she's wearing. Extremely beautiful.
Thank you.
So we are happy to have you on the couch, and we need to understand the story behind this empire. Now, tell us, you started this journey many years ago, but what motivated you to start up the fashion brand and also the interior design brand? What actually propelled you from your childhood?
Growing up in the midst of boys, now men,
yes,
which
yes. Well,
so my mom had 3 boys first, and she kept praying to God to give her a girl. And when the girl came, she decided to adorn her with every accessory available for a girl.
Yes, and what most women do.
Apparently. So she did that, and whenever I go out as a child, in the midst of my mates and peers, I will always stand out. Because my mom, she's putting on a pink dress for me, I would have a pink bag, a pink shoes.
Oh, so pink shoe and bag.
Oh my God, it did not start exactly. So, and I see myself doing that. It kept going on and on and on. And it got to a stage that she had a seamstress called Auntie Priscilla then growing up. So whenever I go with her to Auntie Priscilla's store, I would pick pieces of fabrics. I would try to keep myself busy without even thinking what I was doing. So I would cut them out in rectangular pieces or square. Then when I get home, I would get my then three-star exercise book, the drawing book of it. So I would use gum and I'll be pasting them. That was my catalog then.
Wow.
Then I would
paste them to form
to form like shapes.
Okay.
Then when I see fashion magazines, I'll cut them out as well and paste them as my own catalog. I didn't know I was trying to form myself for what was waiting for me in the future, you know. But then it was fun doing it. And after doing that, I'll place it on my table, you know, and it kept going on. And when I went to yes, and when I went to the boarding school, every time I come back home, I would tell Auntie Priscilla, please, I want to come and spend some time in your place. And I'll go and work as if I was learning how to sew. But not for my future or to use it in future. Just exactly. It was fun, interest, exactly. So that was how I started. One day she said, okay, Chioma, I want you to make a skirt for yourself.
A skirt for yourself? She has been training you?
I see her do them. Okay. So she said she used needle and thread. Oh. I said, no, friend, let me make a scarf. So all those pieces I was cutting, I now used needle and thread to make a V. You know how the scarf was so long? Yes, okay. You know, so that was my first thing I made. And my mom now saw that I had the interest in patches, like patchwork. Yes. Wow. So my mom now got me a yellow sewing kit, which is still in my father's house now.
Wow.
Yes, with all those things, my own size, like the scissors and all the rest of it. My God. So that's actually how I believe the interest started. Yes. And from there,
it's like you're living destiny.
Absolutely. Then from there, even while I was doing my youth service and working, I had an aunt then who used to bring in clothes from London, from Liverpool, work suits, work outfits. I would take them from her. I would get Auntie Priscilla to make a skirt in another color. I'll mix and match with her jacket, and I will sell it and I'll make a lot of money then.
Wow.
You know? So coming from the background of my fashion, being a fashion icon in my home for my mom, you know, and with all the experience of getting here and there by loving fashion things, it helped me to build my brand.
Wow. Yes. What a beautiful story. I mean, this is a story of definitely, I mean, God's pushing you through a path that you didn't even know
without knowing exactly
your future.
Yes.
And now this is what you actually
I didn't have any clue that I was going to
be doing. Yeah, because
fashion.
I mean, when looking at your profile and what you've been doing, you actually started off as a banker.
Yes.
And from a banker, you even worked in the air industry. Yes. So how did you transition from being a core banker in Nigeria today, as well as working in the air industry or airline industry, to becoming a fashion designer that you are today, or a fashion designer, or growing a fashion empire? Let me put it.
Okay. I think it has to do with passion and interest. And in fact, I actually started with an undergarments empire before the dresses. Because most times when you see, because I love fashion, when I see a woman dressed that's fully dressed, I like to look at you and I'm seeing that your neckline and your bust line, they're not fitting properly. So I knew that there's a gap. Something needed to be done. You know, so then I had to contact different companies outside the country. Then I was invited to lingerie fairs. I went to England for a lingerie fair. I went to America, Chicago for a lingerie fair. Then I partnered with Panache Lingerie, partnered with Lomister and Maiden Form. I started doing, and I opened a very big lingerie hall then in Nigeria.
Yes, in Lagos.
Yes, in Lagos. So that was where I started. Then when people come to buy the lingerie, they'll be like, oh, I need something very nice to wear. Can this lingerie fit the dress? I'll be like, can you get the dress and come? Let me see. And they actually bring the dress and they'll wear because we have different lingeries, different bras.
Yeah.
It's either a balconette or a plunge line. So
so different undergarments actually inform the kind of dress you should wear. Or the dresses actually inform the kind of undergarments you should be wearing. Yeah, the dresses.
Both ways, anyway.
Yes.
Both ways. So when customers come with their dresses, will fit, and I can start admiring what the clothes again. And I had a designer who used to make my clothes then, Edith. In fact, it's actually an opportunity to say a very big thank you to her. She actually inspired me. She encouraged me because whenever I draw a design for her to make for me, Once she finishes, people will ask her, that's the one they want.
One, okay.
She called me one day and said, Chi girl, that's what she calls me.
Mhm.
Chi girl, you can do this business. I said, please don't go there. What business? She said, every design you have ever sketched for me to make for you, customers will want them. I think you can do this. And you know, coming in a background where women don't even support their fellow women or they wouldn't even encourage. It was very rare for her to really encourage me, call the guy that brought her machines. She did everything for me to start, to be honest. Yeah.
Are you serious? That's how you actually
yes,
started?
yes, that's how I started.
Your own fashion
My own fashion designer, yes.
encourage you to go into fashion design,
Absolutely.
not even thinking whether you're going to be competing with her.
At all.
But she just saw
She just saw it in me.
raw
Exactly,
talent
yes.
of being creative.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful story. I've known you for this long, but I never got to hear that. We'll deal with that later on. I'm sure you're enjoying the episode already. I would like to take a moment to ask you to please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave your aha moments in the comment section below. We would love to engage with you. Okay, let's get back to the show. Chioma, you started your business, Truly Essential Couture, in 2009, but you had to rebrand at a later stage into Constance Walter Couture.
Yes.
Why did you do that? What gave you that idea or the initiative to actually rebrand? Or why were you rebranding in the first place?
The quest of perfection. The anxiousness to be better.
Okay.
And the urge to have a unique identity to myself.
Yes.
Because
I noticed this happened immediately you finished from the London
School of Fashion.
Yes. So
it was actually a story that led to that. I traveled to England when it was in October or November. So I made a beautiful blue jacket, winter jacket for myself.
Okay.
I wore the jacket from here, yes, to travel. So I wore it. I went to Harrods, yes. As I was walking in, two beautiful ladies approached me. Oh my goodness, I love your jacket. What store did you get it from? And I didn't want to say I was a designer.
Why?
So then it was actually Stitches by Chioma.
Yeah.
It went from Truly Essential to Stitches by Chioma. Yes. So they said, how can we get the design? I said, okay, check. Do you have your, are you on Instagram? They said yes. I said, okay, check Stitches by Chioma. It took them ages for over 50 different Stitches by Chioma to come up. Or Stitches by something, Stitches by that, Stitches by that. So they kept searching. There was a Stitches by Chioma underscore. Stitches by underscore Chioma. Stitches at.
So you wanted a unique brand.
Exactly. I wanted a unique brand.
Just your name.
Get, stand on for diversification, and trying to get to the global market. So I had to. Constance, what is actually my name?
Your name.
My name is Constance, my middle name. My surname is Walter.
Yeah.
So Constance Walter is my name. So it gives me a unique identity, yes.
Yeah.
Selling my own brand,
Just like the Givenchy, the Gucci's.
Exactly. I was just coming to that. Exactly. Okay. So when all those international designers, it's actually their own name.
Yes.
They don't bring the form. They don't borrow. They keep it real. So I try to be authentic. So that was the push and the driving force for me to rebrand.
Okay. So after the rebranding of your name from Stitches by Chioma
to Constance Walter,
has there been a drastic change in terms of how the business evolved, or how is the business doing now?
Absolutely.
Absolutely well.
Yes. Because the rebranding came with everything together.
So it was not
we didn't just rebrand. It wasn't just a name. It was with the designs.
Yes.
It was with the stars. It was with the atelier itself. It was with the branding, like those bags.
When you say atelier, that's the launch of your physical atelier.
Yes, yes. Okay. And we had to move to a bigger atelier from where we used to be, which and I give you kudos, that. So it was a total rebranding. It was a total reformation for me. And since then, it's been wonderful.
Yes.
Both in sales has increased. the way
Visibility
the
too.
visibility too, exactly. And I remember I attended a wedding. Oh, you know the wedding already. I told you it's this wedding in London.
Okay.
Where a white woman came to approach me.
Okay.
Yes, and she liked what I was wearing.
Yeah.
I was screaming, say, "Oh, Constance Walter," and she just grabbed me. So I loved him. I said, "Oh,
difference.
yes."
And she was able to see your name
immediately, and she started following me. And she ordered something actually, which I am sending to her
in England.
in England by next week.
Wow, wonderful.
Yes.
So you've actually discussed or told us the power of branding.
It's very important.
It's very, very critical. It actually took you 2 names before the Constance Walter Couture for you to get it right.
Yes.
So brand name is extremely important.
Very, very important.
Very important. The choice of name, the choice of your brand, even your colors too.
Yes, exactly.
It's extremely important.
Exactly.
Well done. You've done extremely well.
Thank you.
You know, I'm one of your biggest customers.
I know, right?
I still have some shares in that business.
I know.
Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, Chioma, you've been running your business for several years now, both the fashion part of your business as well as the interior design. And you and I know that a lot of fashion designers everywhere. We also have a lot of interior designers everywhere. How have you been able to differentiate yourself and still relevant even in this competitive market?
You know what they say, fashion is what you buy. Style is how you use it. Exactly.
Did we hear that? Repeat yourself again. Fashion
is what you buy. Style is how you use it.
Wow, that's powerful.
Exactly. So it's for me, my brand is like my style. Is how I use it. Is how I present my products. How I decided to get a particular market.
So you created a niche market.
Exactly, for my brand.
Okay.
You know, and because there's a lot of, you make different kind of outfits for young, the old.
Yeah.
So I have a particular niche market that I have targeted and is actually
working
blossoming. Yes.
Yeah. So if I get you, that means the secret of your brand is actually creating something that is peculiar to your brand and working with that instead of trying to service everybody
at the same time.
I believe a jack of all trades is a
master of none. Exactly.
So that has actually worked well for you.
Yes.
Well done. Chioma, you've actually explored the fashion and interior design industry. How do you marry the two of them? How do they intersect? How do you work with both of them at the same time?
You know, in the first place, both gives you the opportunity to express yourself.
Okay.
And both, they work with the same elements, textures, colors, fabrics, shapes, form. So ideally, if you have an aesthetic eye for beautiful things, you will definitely feature in both without any stress, unprovoked. So it's easy to be in the fashion industry and still be in the interior and manage it well without any.
And so that means you definitely have a passion for both of them. If not, you won't be going into the interior design space.
That's the passion for creativity.
Creativity.
Yes. And both have their own wrong ways. Your clothes are on your wrong way when you're showcasing. Your interior is in your living room. That is your own wrong way.
It's a nice description of it. I never really got it this way. And I never really asked you why you do both. Well, my own understanding was like you had a passion for both of them and you couldn't let go of any of them.
Yes, definitely.
Well done. You've done an incredible work in the fashion industry and also in the interior space, because I know a lot of projects that you've actually handled in the interior space, massive projects, transforming homes, transforming offices, and the likes. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Chioma, tell me, what are the specific principles or values that has been responsible for your success in this fashion and interior design industry?
I would say creativity in every aspect of your brand. Sustainability. You have to promote sustainable values and patterns to help with your business. Reputation. You have to make sure that your product quality is 100%, even more. Wisdom, of course, which I interpret as a combination of knowledge and character.
Okay.
is very important. Then the relationship values, how you relate with your clients, is very important. It could make them to come back again and again
Yes,
to
repeat
you.
business.
So
Those are your
yeah,
values.
those are the values.
I think it makes a lot of sense. I mean, if you're selling service, especially the type you do, where
Yeah.
women are your major clientele,
Yes.
if you don't service them and if they are not happy, there's
Don't
no way
come
they are
back.
coming back.
Absolutely.
So those values you just shared with us now, the one to do with your integrity, the quality of your service, being customer centric, all of them add up to how you service your customers and keep you in business till date.
Yes.
Well done.
Thank
very
you.
good, very good principles. And one of them, I'm sure you forgot to mention, will be the principle of standing on God.
Oh,
Ultimately.
absolutely. That's the ultimate.
That's the ultimate.
That's the ultimate. You can't do
Yes,
nothing without
him.
God.
Yes, yes.
You can't do without God.
Anything, no business can thrive.
Nothing in life, not just business. Yes.
Without God.
Yes.
Okay, so that brings me to another question. What are the challenges you have faced? I mean, it can't all be rosy. You must have had some setbacks, especially the fact that you even had to change your name or even move from your previous career.
Even from when I
banking.
started,
Yes.
exactly.
What has been your major setback? And do you have setbacks even now or challenges even now in the business that sometimes you wake up and say, I don't think I can continue this business?
Yes.
So please share with us, because a lot of people are into the fashion industry.
Yes.
Some of them are just starting, some are just young in the business. So they know that you can actually have those challenges, but with whatever you share with them, you can actually continue.
Okay, I'm sure every entrepreneur that has been on this seat will have the same story as I'm about to tell you now.
Yes.
When I started, I had no clients.
That's for sure.
I was making free dresses for my friends to wear.
Wow.
It was actually in the process of doing that I made an outfit, a beaded pattern skirt for a colleague of mine in my MBA class. She wore it to an event. A guy that works with, I think was the fashion editor for City People Fashion and Style Digest, saw her, loved what she was wearing, asked her where she got it from. She told him it was from me. I just got a call from the blues that my name is so and so. There's a skirt I saw on someone. They said you made it. Oh wow, we don't want to be on the wrong way and the competition.
Wait, and you have just started.
I've just started the same year I started. The same, like how many months? He said, would you be interested to be a part of the competition for Fashion and Style Digest coming up? I said, oh wow, really?
You ran with the opportunity
I'm like,
to be known.
I said, oh really? How? When? He said, calm down. I said, okay, I'm calm. He said it will be in 2 months' time. No, in 5 weeks' time. I said, yes, why not? I can do that. He said, okay, he would send me all the information I need for it to be on the runway. I said, okay, could you please let me know the designers that will be on the runway? I saw the list of designers. Those that have been there, even those that I was wearing their own outfits. I'm like, damn it, I'm going to do it. So that's how we did it. And guess what? We won the competition.
Wow.
Yes. The big Franco show, they were all the judges then. So we won the competition, and then there was no social media. So it was just magazines. So every week, my picture was on the cover page. I was everywhere.
You just had publicity that was like
that.
Wow.
From the first year we started.
I would call that destiny and God, definitely.
So from there, I started, people were coming from England. Oh, we saw you on the runway, AIT.
Not knowing that you have just started.
They didn't know I just started.
But you see, you took
a leap of faith. My brand then.
Yes, you took a leap of faith to say, I would do it, even knowing that all the big players were already going to be part of that competition.
That still brings me back to what you have passion for. For any business at all you want to do, you must have passion for that business. It is that passion that will keep you going when there's nothing happening around you. When I started, for a long time, I wasn't making money from sewing.
Yes.
I was only making 3 dresses for
Free
friends,
dress.
for
I
people
wish I
I
had
knew.
known you then.
Honestly, but you see, there's this thing about giving out.
Yes.
It's
No, but guess
somehow
what? You were doing.
it comes
It's
back.
not even giving out. You were doing free advertisement. And look at the
Yes.
adverts were bringing you customers. Because how else can you showcase your pieces?
It was
if you're
actually
not going to
from
give
there.
to-
It was
to
from
people?
that. In fact,
Yes.
all the 15 dresses, outfits we took to the fashion show were all sold from the fashion show. As we were coming out, customers are coming out, they'll be like, please, I want this, please, I want that.
this.
God just used that medium to say, you know what? Relax, this is what I want you to do.
Wow, that could only be God, definitely.
Yes, so
well
it was
done.
a big challenge.
So I mean, people's paths are definitely different. When I was going to hear, I thought when you're going to talk, I thought you're going to say, "Oh, I spend money in marketing." So people's paths are different. You never know what your destiny is, what paths, what your
In fact,
path will
I'm
be.
not a good marketer, to be honest with you.
I can imagine.
I am not at all.
So God then looked for a way
God just
and handed it over to you to use.
Exactly.
But if you had said no, you would have lost your opportunity of a lifetime.
Yes,
You
yes.
may not have been here today.
Yes,
You may not have been, but you may have been maybe through another medium.
Yes, yes.
But He gave you a soft landing.
Yes.
I call that a soft landing.
Yes, but it's all grace.
Yes. Grace.
Yes.
Grace. Daughter of grace. Well done.
Then now you're talking about challenges.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yes, definitely. We have a lot of it. Light.
Oh, wow.
You have to run generator from morning until you close. 5 days of the week. It's terrible.
Sometimes you were there on Saturday and Sunday.
Even Sundays, yes. But every time you're running generator, the cost is too much. And at the end of the day, you're pushing that cost to the consumers who in return are not happy, are complaining.
Is bad.
So how do you really balance the two? You know. So, but by the grace of God, we are still. God is seeing it through. Yes, you know.
Will pay for this.
And another challenge is workers. That's
I have seen that myself firsthand.
No matter how you treat them,
Yes.
but I'm being my workers are good. But I'm talking in general terms.
Yeah.
Some of them, no matter how nice you treat them, some will even collect your money from you, tell you they have accommodation problem. Once you give them that bulk money, they will disappear. You won't see them, you know. And the challenge of keeping them.
Pockets of bad. I mean, just like everybody.
Every business has its. Yes, nothing is straight. So
workers have been the challenge. What of having the skilled workers too?
No, it's not so difficult to get them because once you get them, even if they're not as skilled as you want them to be, you train them.
Okay.
You make them understand your own way and your own pattern of making your own outfits. They will definitely learn. And it's not a serious issue with their skills, but with their behavior and their attitude. They're jumping from one designer to the other.
Yes, that's what I heard. It's very peculiar with the fashion industry.
Yes.
Aside from power, which is a cost issue, and also having issues with personnel, that's your employees, how to get people who would actually be loyal to the brand and stay as long to actually service you. Are there any other major issues that you find in the fashion industry?
I won't call it issues, but because of my style, the kind of clothes we make, it's not for every market. Yes, it's for every woman who wants to stand out and be unique. But if you come to buy our ready-to-wear, you might not, someone that is not classic in their dressing might not see it exactly. So, but in the bespoke orders, we can give them that. So sometimes it's a challenge. So when a customer, you tell them, don't worry, just tell me what you want. Don't worry about what you're saying. So it's a challenge, but to convince them that you can do the customized outfit. Yes.
Okay.
Because
that's very, very honest for you to say. I mean, many people will not share that. I mean, I know you do a lot of ready to wear.
Yes.
You also do bespoke,
Yes, we
customized
do.
clothes.
We
So the
do.
only people who made that will not know, maybe people who are not familiar with the brand.
Exactly,
So
because we have a lot
convincing
of
them,
working
yes,
clients that will just walk in and say, "Oh, I was actually looking for
just
something for a dinner, that the neckline would." I mean, don't worry, we will do it because they are looking at the clothes hanging there. They are all
not
closed up,
closed
because they are classic style. We don't follow trend.
Mm.
We follow the style, something class timeless.
Yes.
Because most of my clients have made those clothes for me 10 years ago.
Yeah.
They still wear them
I
till
still
today.
wear-
Do you understand what I mean?
clothes that
So
are
they will
10 years,
just see those on the rack. So it's sometimes a challenge, but we need to convince the client and say, no, don't worry. Whatever you want, we will give
can
to
make
you.
it. Yeah, well done, well done. You've shared your stories with regards to the Constance Walter Couture, your fashion brand, as well as your interior design brand. Do you have any plans for any of these brands in the near future? Something you're going to be doing, something in the works, something you're going to be doing differently? Because I know you have evolved over time from where you started to where you are now. Do you have any other thing that you're going to be doing in the future?
Yes, I wouldn't want to say it. But the one I can share is, one thing about being an entrepreneur, you have to keep acquiring knowledge.
Yes,
You have to keep doing that. So I still have more plans of acquiring more knowledge.
Okay.
Yes, in the fashion business.
To be able to deliver some other types of clothing.
Yes.
Chioma, I know you travel a lot, and I know you have orders that come from different parts of the world. And interestingly enough, I remember there was a time you had one big order in the United States. You're not in the country, and I was really afraid of how you're going to be able to deliver the quality service for those people, especially the fact that you didn't even they were not even in Nigeria for you to even do the measurements. They were not around for you to do anything. Well, how were you able to navigate that entire process and able to satisfy the customer? Because eventually I asked you, how were the customer? You told me they were extremely happy and they were even giving you referrals. How do you navigate that when you're not in the country?
Well, this saying that there's something good from an evil or something good from something that's not pleasant. When we all went through COVID-19, it actually taught us that you can actually run any business from anywhere
in the world,
anywhere in the world without any physical contact.
Yes.
So that COVID-19 period, I had a lot of clients abroad, different places that never had the physical contact, but we could communicate online.
So
exactly. And sometimes we have a template that for measurement that takes you through if you're doing the measurement without us. So it's easier. Yes.
So you developed a template for taking measurements that you share with your customers abroad,
my customers,
or
exactly.
customers that are not in the same vicinity
exactly.
with you.
And we have consultation periods. So I could have a consultation with you if you're not around, you're not in the country. I have to look for a time that will be suitable for you and myself. They will have to know what you want, actually. That conversation can go on. You don't need to be physical.
Yeah.
So we've been able to manage that all since COVID till now. And we are still doing that. In fact, I have a lot of outfits going to England and Canada right now. I've never seen the clients before. I've never seen them before. But we get that solved by having online interactions, online measurements, and that's it.
So everything has been done remotely.
Yes.
So
when I travel, So when I travel, most of my clients, they don't even know that I'm not in the country. Yeah, because I still communicate with them. Even when they come in the stores, my workers they won't even tell them that I'm not around because everything still happens and functions the same way it was when I'm around. Because I have, you always have to train your employees because it's for your own good. You might think you're doing it for them. They'll walk away tomorrow. But the time they are working with you, it's your own advantage. So when customers come, if I'm not around, because if I'm not around, sometimes I travel for like 2 months because my kids are not around. They're in school. So if I go to spend time with them, my business is running. You know, so I have capable hands.
So remote
definitely.
work has really helped you.
It helped
The
a
advent of
lot.
remote call because of COVID-19 has
Yes.
taught us, and I think it's also a mindset shift from customers too. So it's one thing for you to do it, and one thing for the customer to receive it.
Exactly.
But the advent of, yes, you said a very bad event actually brought up some good.
Yes.
And the good is customers don't need to see us anymore for you to be able to sell. So there's no reason anyone would even have to say you will not be able to deliver to a customer because I have to be physically present.
Exactly.
Your business has to continue without you being there. In fact, I think that's a level every entrepreneur should strive to get to.
Yes.
Like at the beginning, we're all hands on, but after a while, you have to do a lot of things remotely, or not even being there. You have other people who are capable to be able to take those responsibilities and do them equally as good as you would do. And that gets me to another question for you. I'm sure we have, fashion. The fashion industry is a big and a booming industry. The statistics are mind-blowing. It's a multi-billion-dollar business international, and also even a multi-billion naira business in Nigeria too. And you can see a lot of the youths who are coming out of the school graduates who have this passion to also be fashion designers, and a lot of them are confused. How do I start? What do I do? How do I go about it? And with your years of experience, over 14 years of experience, please give them some advice, some tips on how they can actually start. Do they need funds? Do they not need funds? How do they start off their business?
My advice is start small. You should have your history. You should have your story to tell. Don't, even if you have the whole money in the world, don't just jump into it. Acquire the knowledge.
Yes, knowledge is critical.
It's very critical. And with this kind of business that you can give a staff, a tailor, for those that don't know, have not acquired the knowledge, they depend on workers to get the job done. You might be in the midst of a job or another you have, the tailor can walk away from you. What will you do? But if you have acquired the knowledge
yourself,
you handle it yourself without having any. So my advice is, please train, acquire the knowledge of whatever business you want to do, not just the fashion business. When you acquire the knowledge, you ask questions. You meet people who have done it before. Let them put you through.
So they mentor you through.
They mentor you through. You will definitely get one or two important things that will help you to push through your own business, because no business is easy.
Yes.
No matter, even if you're at home doing it, no business is easy.
Definitely.
So I will advise for you to start small, acquire necessary knowledge that you need to start, and create a unique identity for yourself.
Yes.
Don't, because others are doing different things, you go and grab the whole thing
and do it.
Create your own identity that will always put you out
they know
there.
This is what you are known
for. Most of my clients, do you know when, Chief Daddy, the movie Chief Daddy?
Yes.
I was opportuned to
be the stylist.
To clothes for the office they all wore.
Oh, yeah.
People that know my kind of style, they'll come in on the phone, Chioma, are you the one that made this outfit? I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
because they know exactly.
That will be your brand.
I will be in the comfort of my home. Someone will call me, I'm at a party in Abuja. Someone just wore a dress. Did you make dress for so-and-so? I say, yes, I knew it. That was your style. So try to create your own identity. Something that you use to identify your brand. Anywhere,
so that when people
anytime,
see, they know it's yours.
It's yours. When someone needs something like that, it's easy. Exactly.
Pieces, it's a Chanel.
As classic as Chanel is, when you see it, you know.
They don't do just anything.
At all. When you see a Carolina Herrera outfit, you know that's her brand. So create an identity for yourself. Don't just follow trend.
Yes.
Create your identity and let your identity be what that will speak for you, even in your absence.
Interesting. I think that is really, really insightful. Thank you so much. And we would like to understand something. A lot of women who are going into the fashion industry, and even not just women, even men are in the fashion industry, who have families just like yourself, and running their family and their home front and the business. How have you been able to juggle all this together and also come out successful at the other end?
Maybe now I'm smiling, I'm
Yes, we
relaxed
want to hear-
because
yes.
my kids are
Grown.
you know. But
initially,
then,
yes.
in fact, I actually had to take a pause at the business at some point. When I had my first child, I was still managing. When the second, because I had my kids
like
back to back.
After
When the second one came,
can't cope. And like most
and
women
then
can't cope.
whenever I was pregnant, I would travel out for a long time. Then I would close down the business, come back to it,
and start all over
again. Then when I start over again, it's as if I'm starting afresh again. So I took a break a little when I had my third daughter to actually wait.
So you couldn't manage both the business
because
and
they were
the
still
children.
very small, they were still growing.
So you decided to stop
because
and focus on
yes,
the kids
it's
for a
also
while.
important. Family is very, very important. You can't, because you're running a business and you neglect the most important part of your life, your children. You have to be a present mom. You can't be an absent mom and you think your children will have a particular way of life that they will take. You have to be there. You have to be present for them.
To nurture them.
Then that was when I was using in fact, that's actually my history. How I started, my boys' quarters in my home was my tailoring shop. My guest toilet was my changing room. Yes, so because of the children, they are still very small. I had to bring the work back home. But now they are grown. No,
you can
free.
fly.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Chioma, for coming.
You.
My very dear friend.
I know, right?
Strangely, I'm sure people would not know that some things I'm just hearing for the first time. But it's all well and good. We've had it more in details now, but it's beautiful that I'm hearing it all on Almost Couch. So well done, well done. You've built a beautiful empire. You've built a beautiful business. Hard work definitely pays. I've heard your story, a very wonderful story. One of the critical things, or one of the major things I've learned from this personally is you can't do it all.
Yes.
In an industry, you have to create a niche market for yourself. And that niche market will become your identity.
Yes.
That identity will become your brand.
Very important.
And that brand will speak for yourself.
Yes.
And it speaks for you even when you are not there. That is extremely powerful. And that's why people can actually see your clothes and say, this is Chioma's brand.
Yes.
This is Chioma Couture's.
Yes.
I mean, Walter's Couture's brand. I mean, it's beautiful to hear that. And I think that's something that people in the fashion industry should actually take home.
Yes.
That even from the beginning, you should be big on your brand, bring big on your identity, big on the niche area. Another thing you mentioned is also the hard work. You should be extremely passionate about what you do.
It's very important,
because that is what will see you through every. I mean, when the chips are down and things are difficult, is that passion that will see you through.
Sure, yes.
And one beautiful part that I actually like, which I'd never heard before, was you personally knew you were not good in marketing. And I'm sure you may have even forgotten the fact that you may have even prayed a lot at that period.
Yes.
And God gave you a soft landing in the most special, extraordinary way, where less than 6 months into your business, you are given an opportunity to showcase and even compete with other brands who had already been there for so long. You didn't only compete, which was something that people should hear. You get an opportunity to do something. You get an opportunity to compete in something that's big, looks bigger than you, and you chicken out. No, she took the bull by the horn and said, I can do it. Is this not what I do? And with her passion, and I guess one of the things you did was you didn't look at any other person. You said, you know what you're doing. You're focused on what you're doing. You know you can do good outfits. And I will compete. And not only compete, you actually won that competition, which is on record.
Yes.
I mean, how can you see that? That is a lot of grace, tenacity, hard work, and the ability to believe in yourself.
Yes.
That's self-worth. You are worthy of that stage.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful story. So you see, opportunities and ability may not just come the way you think. Oh, somebody sponsored me. Somebody gave me the money. No, it may come in different
Different
ways.
ways,
And but when
yes.
it comes, she'll be able to identify
Defy
it.
it, yes.
Because when it came for her, she identified it and she took the opportunity and ran with it. So not when it comes, it's not my time. Because sometimes when you miss that opportunity, you may
You
never
cannot
get
get
it
it
back.
again.
And you
Yes.
may never have the chance to make that big break. So well done again.
Thank
And your
you.
story is marvelous, beautiful. And yes, you're a fashion designer for that. I can tell personally. Let me not go into that. If we go into that, we will not stop. So thank you for coming to Almost Scout. And
Thank
we have
you, my
loved every
dearest Omon.
bit of it. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. In fact, when I watch all the episodes, you have like, I'll definitely sit on this couch.
Yes, yes.
And here I am today, sitting here with my dearest friend Omo, and I'm glad I'm here today.
Yes, I'm glad you're here. It's the time and the season.
Exactly, for everything. So this is the time.
This is the time.
And I'm glad you can hear those things you think you said you've not heard before.
Yes.
At least you've heard them today.
I'm happy to have heard them. So, Chioma, we've come to the fun segment of Almost Scout.
I'm ready.
And we're going to be asking you some trivia questions. So, brace up and be ready.
I'm ready.
My question for you is,
Okay.
what is the fourth letter of the Greek alphabet? What is the fourth letter of the Greek alphabet?
Every alphabet, even in French. I speak French very well.
I was going to say
German
that you can speak French and
yes,
German
yes.
and
So
English.
every alphabet has a D as the fourth letter. No matter how you pronounce it, even in French, you say A, B, C, D. In English, you say A, B, C, D. They're all the same thing. So it has to be a D.
Chioma, that answer D, I would say it's not so correct. But the true answer, the fourth letter of the Greek alphabet, is actually called delta. But that means starts with a D.
Exactly.
So
you have to give me, I work.
So well done, babe.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching Almost Scout. I am sure you're eager for another inspiring story. So click here to watch another episode or click here to subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.